Hey guys, and welcome back for another content of the Ragnarok. And in this video, I'm going to talk about hunter builds. This includes the meta build that is the double strafe, and also the auto attack build for showcasing. Hunters are the most accessible class to play in this game. They excel at single target damage, but also offers impressive AoE damage through their traps. This versatility makes the hunter very popular, and they are relatively easy to grind with. Grinding is essential for faster leveling and farming, so running the game on a cloud server around the clock can give you an advantage. If you are interested in a cloud phone that I have been using recently for this game, here's a word from our sponsor. Does your phone overheating when grinding? Or do you have a lot of accounts to grind at the same time on different games? I have good news for you. UG Phone is an Android cloud phone that helps you AFK grind non-stop even when you close the application. This will let you save battery for your phone, and your game will still run even when you have no internet access when you're outside. Also, UG Phone can open multiple instances that is applicable to other games like Ragnarok X, Mir 4, Night Crows, Ragnarok 20 Heroes, and many more games that have an immense AFK grinding. Just use my code 4F8CAA, or you can just click the link on the description below to get 488 diamonds so you can try the UG Phone for yourself. Download the UG Phone now for Android, iOS, or even on the Windows PC. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the video. First, I'll discuss the double strafe build or the meta build. The stats are very easy to follow. You just need a 1.1 ratio of dex and block. That's just it. Dexterity increases the P attack of the hunter and also increases the double strafe damage scaling. Luck will increase your crit, and also it will increase the damage scaling of your Falcon Strike, which is very nice. Next, let's check the skills. On the first job, max the double strafe. This will be your bread and butter. Vulture's Eye to increase your attack range and hit. Eagle Heart will increase the damage when hitting an enemy that is 5 degrees away from you for a maximum of 16% damage. And Improved Concentration is your buff that increases your dex by 55 and detects hidden enemies. Then the rest is up to you. For your second job skill, you want to pick up Falcon Mastery to unlock the Falcon. Steel Crow and Blitzbeat are just a prerequisite for unlocking Falcon Strike. Falcon Strike will become your go-to second job skill, as it automatically sends your Falcon to attack an enemy hit by your attacks, including those affected by your traps. Blast Mine to deal AoE damage, Beast Bane to increase your damage when attacking a brute monsters, and then the rest is on the Ankle Snare. This trap is good for War of Imperium. For the gears, it's pretty straightforward, the Polaris set. The only thing you will change here in the future is the accessories. For the left side is the Pride of Archer, and then for the right side is the Tailwind Ring. Many players mistake of buying the Pride Perch necklace and upgrading it, not realizing it's a poor investment. The description states that it boosts Blitzbeat skill by 50%, not Falcon Strike, okay? The issue is that Blitzbeat isn't used for DPS. It's a support debuff skill that doesn't require upgrades for damage. For the gear affixes on the upper, middle, and lower headgear, try to get the critical hit and critical damage. On the armor, offhand, cloak, and shoes, best options are the crit resistance and crit damage reduction. Max HP, P-Def, and M-Def are also a good choice. On the weapon and accessories, the best options are the crit hit and critical damage. P-Attack is also good. For the cards, on your headgears, insert at least one cramp card and upgrade it as high as you can, because this will be one of your source of Zenny, and they are giving this card for free, so use it. The other cards will be the Cruiser and Stellatic Golem. Nightmare card is also nice, but the best card is the KLD card. On the armor, it's better to have 2 slots with at least 4-star pouring cards. For late game armor cards, I might recommend elemental attribute cards, but I also want to highlight the Ribio and Sasquatch because this gives extra crowd control for PvP. On the cloak, get at least 1 Baphomet Jr. and then mastering cards. If you have no Baphomet Jr., it's okay to have 2 masterings, but I prefer to have more Baphomet Jr. cards in the late game. For foot gear, Merman is a solid choice for SP regeneration. However, Moonlight Flower and Amon-Ra could be the top choice for shoe cards. That said, since they are an S+ tier card, it's not worth focusing on unless you are a spender. For accessories, Dex cards like Zerom and Wormtail are a good options. If you are wondering why it is called Stemworm, it's probably just a typo from the game developers. It's actually the Wormtail, not Stemworm. Here is the real Stemworm if you don't know. You can also consider adding 1 or 2 kobold cards for extra crit rate, but since they are B tier, it's not really recommended at the moment. On the primary weapon, the best cheap card that you can stack and upgrade is the Lunatic card. For late game, if you have more crit rates, you might want to shift to crit damage cards like Goblin Archer, Kobold Archer, Panzer Goblin, Rotor Zyro, Goblin Steam Rider, and the Freezer card. I don't recommend the Archer Skeleton because it only adds 1% damage and the substant is Strength. For the offhand, you have several options, the Ant Egg, Ogre's Tooth, and the Arclos cards. In the late game, you might want to consider the Horn card to reduce damage from Hunter enemies. However, the best offhand card for late game is likely the Big Egg Ring card, thanks to its crit damage reduction and crit resistance. It's important since crits play a big role in this game. For the wardrobe, we only have 3 headgears that an F2P can equip. For the upper head is the Chef Hat for +2 dexterity. Middle is the Macho Man's Glass if you can get this through chest. It also provides +2 dexterity. And then for mouth is the free Baby Pacifier which gives luck and crit rate. For the runes, if you can farm this for your statue, then I advise you prioritize and insert crit hit, crit damage, and P-attack runes for the attack slots. Then for defense slot, prioritize HP, crit rest, and ignore crit runes. For the pets, as of now, we still have 3 choices, but for me, the best pet option is the Savage Beb because of its stun and has a lower cooldown than the other pets. I won't include the ancient gears and artifacts because it is a linear progression and everyone will do the same. Now, if you are interested in trying the attack speed hunter build like I did, I can guide you through it. However, keep in mind that in our current situation, this build is about 50% weaker, so I still recommend focusing on double strafe for smoother progress. But if you are set on switching to an attack speed build, to avoid using SP potions and want to see your character attacking faster, be ready to use rubies for resetting your stats. Your stats should be more on agility, then try to add a bit of dex because it also gives a bit of attack speed to our character. Your skill, gear, gear affixes, and pet will remain the same, so you won't need to worry about changing everything. Now for the cards. For your headgear, still insert 1 cramp for a chance of getting a Zenny bag. The other cards will be the Cruiser and Stalatic Golem. Then try to get Nightmare card for agility stat, and the best card will still be the KLD card. For armor cards, insert more Thief Bug cards and then upgrade it. Rebio and Sasquatch cards is optional if you already have high attack speed. On the cloak, the best card and you should prioritize is the Baphomet Jr. For the footgear, Matir will be the best option. And then the second is the Male Thief Bug. Amon-Ra and Moonlight Flower card will still be the best for late game cards. On the accessories, there will be a lot of options, but if you want more agility for attack speed, then Kukri cards will be the best slot. And in my opinion, for late game, having proc cards like Bongon, Owl Baron, Owl Duke, and Stormy Knight will be the best for AA type or the auto attack type build. On your primary weapon, you can start with Lunatic cards, but for the late game, aim for Mutant Dragonoid, Injustice, Sidewinder, or Doppelganger cards. For the offhand, just choose between Ant Egg and Ogre Tooth cards. On the wardrobe, for the upper headgear is the Bulb Band for +2 agility. Middle gear is Phyllis Pinion, and for mouth is still the Baby Pacifier for luck and crit hit stat. Lastly is the runes. Same as the double strafe build, we still need crit rate, crit damage, and P-attack, but now we will add attack speed for the attack slot. Then the defense slot is the same, we need HP, crit resist, and ignore crit runes. And that's all for our hunter guides. If you found this video helpful, then please leave a like. Also subscribe to support my channel. Just a quick shoutout to JX of Cool Pals Guild in Frontera 18. I appreciate all of you guys that support small channels like mine. As always, thank you for watching, stay safe and have an awesome day. Lights out!